Welcome back to the earliest reviews. Today's review is focused on 2021 Netflix series entitled The Silent Sea. And the official synopsis of The Silent Sea is: during a perilous 24-hour mission on the moon, space explorers try to retrieve samples from an abandoned research facility steeped in classified secrets. And before I give out my review, please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what I should review next and everything else. And I would say the first things that I enjoyed about this TV show were the performances from all of the actors and actresses that were involved, as I felt like all of them gave out a good performance with their characters and none of them was horrible at all, as you definitely do have quite a few recognizable names that you have seen from movies such as Train to Busan, Squid Games, and many other more Korean dramas and movies. I would say some of my favorite characters would probably have to be Gong Yoo as Han Yo Jae, the team leader, Bae Duna as Dr. Song Ji Aang, as they were pretty interesting characters nonetheless. And I also felt like how all of the characters were written. I felt like each of the characters were written differently and none of them felt like or were like the same characters at all. I would say another thing that I enjoyed about this TV show was the story, as you could describe this story in many different ways. I would describe the story as crazy, tense, shocking, sad, surprising, as the team is sent off into space to retrieve some samples that can potentially help out the world and everything else. But the mission soon turns into a nightmare as everything starts to go wrong. Secret things are revealed. Shocking revelations is revealed and everything. And people that you thought you could trust turns out might be your worst enemy nonetheless. And I felt like the story was pretty crazy nonetheless because it just had a lot of surprising reveals, a lot of surprising elements being added into each of the episodes, and crazy with how things end as well. I thought the stage sets, the cinematography, and everything else looked really nice in this TV show, as with how the stage sets looked and everything. I think it looked really nice. It looked really expensive as well. It didn't look extremely cheap. It looked like time was taken into production when the sets were being built and everything. And the cinematography was good. It wasn't anything bad. It was good. It was nice. And also the color schemes with how some of the scenes looked and everything with the darker tones or the bland look as well. And I would say the first things that I did not like about this TV show was that I felt like there were too many flashbacks when it came to some of the certain characters, as throughout the entire 8 episodes, there was many different flashbacks that was focused on certain main characters of the show. And some of the flashbacks was not bad, as I felt it was needed to explain certain things. But then you had other flashback scenes which was just not really important to the TV show at all. It just showed you what the person was like or was doing before they even decided to join this mission. I felt like had all of the flashbacks been something that just like led to the story, that just led to like more crazy reveals and everything else, it wouldn't have been so bad at all. Another thing that I did not like about this TV show was that there was, not all the time, but maybe sometimes where I felt like things was just taking just a little bit slow to like build things up, as some things was just a little bit slow to me when building up certain things or just certain surprises when it came with the show. And I just wish that it wasn't like that all the time. And the last things that I did not like about this TV show was the CGI effects that some of the scenes had. Now, not all the CGI was bad in this TV show, but you do have some of it which was just pretty horrible, and you could definitely tell that it was some CGI effects, like how they were trying to show just like the water turning to ice, how they were trying like to show like all like the water just coming in into like the space shuttle, and how people are trying to run for their lives and nonetheless. But out of all, I felt like The Silent Sea, it was a pretty good TV show. You had interesting characters, a crazy story with some surprising reveals, and that is all. How I would rate The Silent Sea out of 5 stars, I would probably rate The Silent Sea maybe 3.5 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.